Greetings, freaks and folks! We got another champion today, and this time it's Lissandra, the Ice Witch.
Hey ho, let's go. This is my violent show. Hey ho, let's go. I give up.
First of all, Riot, could you do me a favor and stop releasing champions? I thought I had a break today, but I don't, since I wanted to react on all of the champions, not on the normal card releases, but on the champions at least. And yet we had another back-to-back champion release, and I guess they will go on and on until the third when the expansion releases. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive into the reveal trailer here and react.
I will bury the world in ice. A dark cloud.
Okay, Lissandra, 3 mana 2/3 with tough. We didn't see that much tough heroes yet. I think Vi, right? And that's about it. When I'm summoned, summon a frozen thrall. Is that something to do with the Warcraft dude? You have summoned 2+ allies that cost 8+. When I level up, create a Watcher in hand. Okay, we don't know yet what's a Watcher and what's a frozen thrall, but the level up condition is pretty high. Like, what the hell, 3 mana, and then you have to play 2. Nah, let's vote on.
Looms on the horizon. Feel the power of true ice.
What's the burst speed? What the hell?
Tell me how I may serve you.
Draglorn Inquisitor, 5 mana for 5, another epic. Let's see if he's good. When I'm summoned, summon the Frozen Thrall again. Frozen Thrall. Round end, if the countdown of any of your frozen monsters is 4 or less, advance them to 0. Okay, so that sounds good at first glimpse. Yeah, I think Frozen Thrall are those landmarks here. Yeah, let's see on this one.
Completely and without question.
What?
Secrets hidden by frost.
Oh,
Ages pass,
damn,
but
that
I
animation.
am eternal.
Oh, leveled up, your Nexus is tough. What the hell? Your Nexus is tough. When I'm summoned, summon a Frozen Thrall again, and round start, create a fleeting 0-cost Ice Shard in hand. I think Ice Shard was the burst speed spell with damaging the board with 1. But damn, granting Nexus is tough. I mean, the level up condition is tough, pun intended, but this is huge, man. Like, together with healing, the sustainability just goes beyond levels. Like, aggro just can pack his bags, like the Twisted Fate Fizz deck and everything. If they don't manage to kill you before the level up, they are screwed, basically. Because all those small minions, they just do 1 attack less on your Nexus when it's tough. What the hell? What's a Watcher though? And Tomb, sorry for the stops, but I need to read those cards. 5 mana fast speed spell, obliterate a unit and summon a frozen tomb in its place. Okay, so similar to the card we saw yesterday for the 2 mana. Creating a landmark.
All things succumb to the cold.
Oh, but it's for the enemy.
Frost gathers.
Frost shards.
I am inevitable.
Okay, it's doing 1 damage to the whole board, not only the enemy. So like a small, like a mini avalanche.
Shatter.
Oh! What? Wait, they just obliterated that Heimerdinger, what the hell? 17 mana Watcher? What? if I cost 0, if you have summon 4 plus allies that cost 8 plus this game, attack, obliterate the enemy deck. What the fuck? 11, 17? Yo, Riot. Did you smoke anything or what the hell? Obliterate the enemy deck. Like, what were you thinking when you create this card? I mean, Target's Peak plus this? What? Just win the game on round 6 or what? Jesus.
At last, they awaken. The Frostfire!
Good animation though.
The Freljord!
They're going nuts with their card creations, dude. Like, right, stop drugs. Stop drugs, please. Yeah, there's your boy Trump. Okay, sick. Let's look at this in detail. As usual, they released the cards on Mobalytics. We talked about her already, but not in depth what if she's viable or not. So, I mean, if you level her up, you are pretty much off to win at that point. Because you have your Watcher in hand when she's leveling up, and then it's just a matter of time, right? And your Nexus has tough at that point, so you just heal her up and you never die. So what the... Yeah. But pretty hard to pull off, I guess. But you only need to summon them. And that's why she leveled up by the Frozen Tomes, or Frozen Thrall, or whatever it was, where those Frost God Thralls came out. But what the 8 mana 8/8 with Overwhelm? Like, this is insane. Okay, let's watch on here. The Entombed is the... Okay, so that's a signature card, where you obliterate a unit and summon a Frozen Tomb in its place. And a Frozen Tomb says counter on 2, summon an exact copy of an obliterated unit I replaced. Okay, so it's more or less the same landmark or the same effect we had yesterday with the... What's his face? The Ancient Hourglass, where you obliterate an ally and you have counter on 1, but in that case you can also obliterate the enemy units. So it's versatile in a sense that you can also obliterate your own units and preserve them, but you can also stall enemy units and completely obliterate them. So like Trinomere, obliterated. It's gone. For 5 mana fast speed. That's sick. And if you run landmark removal, they're just gone. And you have 2 rounds time for that. So that's a pretty decent card alone. I mean, this alone makes her way more viable, right? Because it's a sustainability card in that sense, that you can store big units. I mean, you are still vulnerable to aggro, but you have Ice Shard for that. So she has a toolbox to deal with. But it's not burst speed like I thought. It looked like that in the video, but it's fast. So like I said, it's deal 1 to everything actually, not only the units like Avalanche would do, but also the Nexus, yours, and the enemies. And this again has no effect if you are tough, which is pretty important to notice as well. And with the likes of Ember Maiden, for example, you also only do damage on the enemy Nexus, because yours is tough at that point. I mean, you don't play Ember Maiden when she's leveled up. You have other better things to do at that point, right? But it's another direction to keep in mind, where you damage your own Nexus and the enemy one. And you don't at that point because yours is tough. Okay, let's see on. We spoke about the Frozen Tomb. It's just the... Yeah, it's not main deckable, obviously. It's just the Entomb card in that sense. But then we have a main deckable Frozen Thrall, which is countdown 8, summon the Frostguard Thrall. Okay, yeah. Makes sense that it has countdown 8, because this is busted. 8 mana 8/8 with Overwhelm. This is... I mean, this is Captain Farron, right? Captain Farron without decimates. and you just spawn him for free for 1 mana at round 8. This is busted to me. And she also summons it upon entry when she is summoned. This is just sick. This is sick. I mean, imagine this together with Chronicle of Ruin, for example, where you duplicate the Lissandra and you just get it for free. I mean, you can obviously also main deck this, but it's a summon effect. So every Shadow Isle stack would synergize pretty well with her, where you can resummon her with a lot of spells, like Rekindler and the likes. Okay, pretty busted up to now, but I like it in sort of like, I like and dislike it, but let's see on first. We talked about the Draclon Inquisitor, it's from the video as well, but now that we know all the cards and the interactions, this is even better. I think that's an epic that sees play, because again, you summon a Frozen Thrush. He has the same interaction like Lissandra does, and he has the round end. If the countdown is 4 or less, you advance them to 0, so you only need to wait 4 rounds to get this guy out. I mean, imagine playing this on turn 1, and then on round 5 you play him, and on turn 6 you have that dude. That's just insane to me. Okay, more landmarks because we don't have enough. 4 mana Blighted Ravine, I hope I pronounced that well. When I'm summoned, heal your Nexus 4. Count on 1, deals 2 to everything. Ooh. Okay. So it's basically a heal 2, your Nexus, because afterwards it gets damaged for 2 again. And then you deal 2 to the rest, to your whole board, the enemy board, and the enemy Nexus. Yeah, it's basically just another control tool. But the downside of this is that you don't get this right away. I mean, if you cast it on your round, then on the enemy round it should directly trigger. But you can't do this in the enemy round and have the board wipe right away like you would have with Avalanche. And I think against aggro, that's what you want. So I don't know if this takes place instead for the Avalanche or not. Because up to now we don't see that much landmark synergy with the other rest of the package from Lissandra. So you're probably better off running the Avalanche instead of the Blighted Ravine. Then we have the 1 mana burst speed 3 sisters. It's create a fleeting flash freeze, Fury of the North, or Entomb in hand. Okay, so it's another tool like the Victor has, the Victor package, where you can choose from one of the 3 of his followers. And there you create the Flash Freeze, Fury of the North, or Entomb, which are all just brilliant cards. And for 1 mana burst speed, this is very viable. Because it's versatile in a sense, right? You can just freeze somebody, you can pump up your units, or you can entomb with just obliterating a card for just 1 mana more. I think this is actually competitive, super competitive, because versatility, if that's the noun, is very important in card games, and that's why also Twisted Fate and Aphelios are that busted as they are right now, because they do just so much different things, and I think they sort of underrate the power of versatility, if that's the noun again, in Legends of Runeterra up to now, to my eyes. Yeah, I don't know. Would I nerf this? I don't know. Maybe only have it 2 different spells. Yeah, but it is what it is. Then we have the 5 mana Cold Resistance, which says get an empty mana gem and grant an ally +0/+2. Huh. Burst speed. I think that's trash. I mean, you have the Catalyst of Aeons, which does basically the same thing for the same amount of mana, and you get 3 health. And instead of getting 3 health for your Nexus, you grant an ally plus 0/+2. This is just the worst catalyst to me. Like, why would you care for 2 health for 1 unit, right? I don't see that being good. But the rest of the package, damn, dude. Like, this card maybe is not too good, but the rest is thick. Also, the Watcher, like, what the hell? There's also this other card. I forgot the name. We have 7 mana. I will have it here. There. Damn. I never attacked with my camera, actually. It's there. The 7 mana call of whatever, where you just, when you are enlightened, so you have 10 mana gems, you just get it for free. This is also another, like, reliable way of getting this to 0 mana instead of the target's peak. But both of the ways are just busted, where you obliterate the enemy deck and the enemy has almost no interaction with it. Like, he can kill it, obviously, before he attacks. But I'm not too sold on those play a card, win the game things. You see that in other card games. I think you saw it in Magic, and I don't know if I played enough Hearthstone to say that it did there as well, but there were some cards that were busted. And now they seem to go the same way, in a sense. Yeah, I'm a bit speechless of that package. Maybe you can help me out with more of your thoughts. I would really like to hear your opinions on that, because what I also want to emphasize is that a lot of YouTubers say, yeah, tell me your opinion to just get more comments in the comment section, but I actually want to have some feedback, because in the last videos there wasn't that much. So I would be really grateful if you would leave a comment with your opinions on stuff, and also maybe some feedback for my videos. I'm still learning things, and I would really appreciate any tips or stuff like that that I could make different or better. So if you are for that, I would be thankful. I would also be thankful for any sort of support. You know how that goes with YouTube game. And at this point, I'm gonna stop talking. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Let out.
Come on, hey!